All right. It's time to talk about the coppers. More specifically, the federal coppers. Uh, Folks seem to like the bloody summary sort of stuff, so see how I can summarise this. The foundation of both our federal police, or the Commonwealth Police, and the, AFP that we've got today. So, simply put, basically, there was this bloody turncoat by the name of Billy Hughes. Pretty much like his entire political career, he was a short little shriveled up sardine that looked like he was 90 for his entire fucking career. Funnily enough, he left his politics when he was like 80 or 90 when he fucking kicked the bucket. But I digress. So basically, he was in a little town here in Queensland called Warwick. And, he was giving a speech fucking trying to rally up support for conscription. And some cunt decided to fucking egg him. Yeah, like the fucking, before fucking Egg Boy did it, it was just some fucking random yubbo. Now, the Queensland coppers that were supposed to be guarding him at the time, they didn't take this too seriously. They found it funny, right? And he cracked the shits. He was like, they're meant to be protecting me and they failed in doing so. And it's just like, well, they didn't really fail. There was no fucking harm. He just got egged, but, regardless, he felt it was a, threat to his safety and well-being. And so he formed his own little, police force dedicated to the Prime Minister's office, right? And that was the Commonwealth Police, a federal, a nationwide policing institution. And at this point, you also had your own police force for the ACT and fucking all of that jazz, right? And then come the 70s, I think it was the late 70s, like 1978 or something like that, there was a bombing at the Hilton Hotel in fucking Sydney there somewhere. And it was, during this big meeting of the Commonwealth heads of state and whatnot. And the response to that was so much of a fucking shit show because you had the fucking Commonwealth Police and you had the ACT Police and the fucking Sydney Police and fucking all this fucking sort of shit trying to react to it, that fucking they realised, it's fucking pretty hard to get anything done, right? Like, that's why the Lindt Cafe siege was fucking only a day-long affair, right? Like, fucking, and people say, oh, it's a bit long. It's like, nah, it's fucking, look, it was handled the way it was handled. Shit happens. And yeah, unfortunately, a couple of people lost their lives during that as well. That weren't the bloke who was holding up that cafe. But anyway, that was a very, very, convoluted fucking back and forth between the fucking military folks and the federal police. That would have been so much worse if it was like 5 or 6 different policing institutions having something to do with it. And so basically, the fucking Commonwealth Police merged with the Commonwealth or the Australian fucking Narcotics Bureau. So basically, our original equivalent of the fucking DEA in America, and the ACT Police to form a unified fucking sort of policing institution. Now, anyone outside of Australia, and even some fucking Aussies, might think that's a bit fucking weird. Like, the ACT Police should be the ACT Police, and the Federal Police should be the Federal Police. It's like, well, when you really think about it, what else is in the ACT apart from fucking Canberra, the place where all our fucking pollies are? Like, if you ask me, it's like, why wasn't that the case to begin with? But anyway, yeah, fucking, so they've all fucking bashed their heads together and merged after what was the clusterfuck that was the fucking, yeah. Now, fucking a little bit after that, fucking the federal police and a couple of other, like, federal institutions all got merged into this, under the fucking banner of the Department of Home Affairs, right? Fucking, now, it was always kind of the responsibility of Home Affairs, but everything came under this one banner now officially, and that was when that buddy Scott Morrison bloke was PM. The bloke that shat himself in the Maccas. And yeah, so fucking, he turned around and fucking, made it all one thing and put that fucking Voldemort bloke, that Peter Dutton bloke, in charge of it. And, well, we all know how that went. It's And ever since then, it's, kind of been a very political fucking tool up until the last, couple of years, where it's kind of starting to steer away from being, a political police force. But yeah, fucking under him, he kind of turned it into this, rather than being a federal police for the sake of it being, fucking quick response between fucking jurisdictions and shit, and turning it into this fucking political weapon, if you will. Fucking parts of that actually fucking interacted with the fucking, buddy, little fucking squad of police with New South Wales trying to fucking come after that buddy Geordie's bloke before he got fucking firebombed. Yeah, fucking, they shut up real quick after that fucking happened, didn't they? But yeah, fucking, yeah, no, I just want to point this out. I just reiterate the original point I made in the beginning of this, right? The whole reason we have, a federal policing institution, so, the FBI in America and the DEA in America fucking combined with fucking Washington fucking state police, whatever the fuck they're called, all smashing heads and becoming one thing. The whole reason this fucking happened in the first place wasn't because of originally, wasn't because of some political assassination or whatever. Fucking, it was because a PM got fucking egged. He had a fucking egg thrown at him. And the Queensland police just fucking laughed. It seems to me that one way or another, Queensland seems to be where shit ends up happening. Whether it's fucking the oldest living political party in this country getting formed and taking government for the first time here in Queensland, or the Queensland coppers just being like, fuck you, being the reason we have fucking, federal coppers. Yeah. But anyway, that obviously, that last point's ignoring the fact that it was a politically targeted bombing that occurred. And a lot of people fucking forget about that. It just seems to be shoved under the rug in our historical books that a gathering of Commonwealth heads of state was targeted by a bombing attack at a, Hilton Hotel in 1978. I'm pretty sure it was 1978. Look, if someone wants to Google it and tell me I'm wrong, fair enough. I just can't be bothered right now. That's just what I remember from, yeah. But yeah. That's how we ended up with the federal coppers. Cheers, folks.